This is a flight from Logan Airport in Boston to Bradley Field, just north of Hartford. Without further ado, let's get in the cockpit and start the engines. I'm going to go through the startup sequence so everyone can see what it is, how you start the A320 Airbus. Let's go to the overhead view of the panel here. First thing we have to do is turn the batteries on. Batteries are on. The next thing we have to do is turn the APU master switch on. APU stands for Auxiliary Power Unit. Every jet, commercial jet, has one. And that's a little engine on the back of little jet engine on the back of the plane that powers the plane should your engines fail. And you also use it to start the plane. So we just turn that on, and now we're going to turn the master switch on. Now we have to start the APU. And now that's on right here, as you can see. We just have to wait a second for that to come on, to get going. It's a little jet engine. I think it's a jet engine. It might be a piston, but I think it's a jet engine. Okay, now it's available. So now we turn on the APU bleed up above it, right here. APU bleed is on. Next we'll have to turn on all the fuel pumps. Right here. Left hand side. On in the middle. Pumps. And the right hand pumps. All the pumps are on. Okay, now we have to go down here.
You are 400 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 15,000 feet altimeter.
Have to turn the engine mode to ignition start. Alright, and we start in the right hand engine.
Climb and maintain 15,000 feet.
You can see it's turning now. Go inside, we have to monitor that on this display here. Let me shut the thrust levels to idle. You have to wait for the N1 value to get up to 20. You can hear the engine starting. N1's up to 5, 6, 9. Once it's up to 20 or so, the engine will fully ignite. Will be fully ignited, I guess.
Boston Center, Airbus November, 63-178, 15,900 feet.
There we go. All right.
Airbus November, 63-178, Boston Center altimeter.
Started.
9.9 to continue to Fosti as planned.
Let's start the left-hand engine. Engine's turning. Wait for that value to come up. Wait for the N1 to come up to 20. We'll be fully started. We go. Next we go back down here.
Cessna 71 Mike.
Set the engine mode back to normal. Go back up to the overhead panel. Turn off.
118.2 Cessna 71 Mike.
Turn off the APU.
Beechcraft 42 Papa descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Off the master. Turn off the APU bleed. Because now we're running the electricity is running off the engines.
Descend and
Ready to
maintain
go.
4,000 feet Beechcraft for 2 Papa.
Okay, now we're going to tune Boston clearance. Request IFR clearance.
Boston clearance delivery BOS 05D112 tree ready to copy IFR clearance to Bradley.
BOS 05D112 tree is cleared to Bradley Airport as filed. Takeoff runway tree left climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 133.0 squawk 6551.
Okay, I gotta read that back.
BOS 05D112 tree cleared to Bradley Airport as filed. Takeoff runway tree left climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 133.0 squawk 6551.
BOS 05D112 tree readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Okay, they told us to go to runway 33 right. Climb to 7,000 feet after we take off. Contact ground services. Request a pushback. Take a look to the left. Left and the right, as you can see, we can't leave here till we get pushed back. Request pushback.
Boston ground BOS 05D112 tree requesting pushback.
BOS 05D112 tree pushback request accepted.
Okay, we're starting to get pushed back. Release the parking brake. As we get out a little ways, I'll ask him to steer us to the left.
Boston ground BOS 05D112 tree requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
BOS 05D112 tree, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Okay, there's the yellow line that we have to follow. If we're out far enough. Let's ask him to stop.
Boston ground BOS 05D112 tree requesting the end of pushback.
BOS 05D112 tree request to end pushback received.
Put on the parking brake. Wait for him to get out of the way. There he goes. Alright, we're ready to taxi. Have to taxi to runway 33 left. Release the parking brake. Increase the thrust. Fortunately, usually you have to, if you don't know the airport, you need an airport diagram to get around, but I've flown out of Logan many times, so I know know where I'm going finally, on some of these runways anyway. This is taxiway C. I'm going to go down here and take a right. Crossing runway 44, 4 right, 22 left right now. Looks like we have a plane ahead of us up ahead. Plane taking off to the left. We're going to have to wait for him to take off. Him or her. Could be a female pilot, I suppose. Probably could have gone over there and cut him off. There's a sign right there. Tells us, that sign tells us that we're on taxiway C. And this runway over here is 15 right, 33 left, which is what we've been instructed to take off on. All right, he's making his turn. Let's get in line here. And we'll get in line and we'll contact the tower once we get in position. This line here, you see in front of us, you're not supposed to go past that until you've been cleared by the tower to take off. Stop right here. Parking brake on. Contact the tower. All right, be clear to take off. Okay, let's contact the tower.
Boston Tower BOS 05D 112 tree ready for IFR departure runway tree left.
BOS 05D 112 tree altimeter 29er.92 wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway tree left.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree left BOS 05D 112 tree.
All right, we're cleared for takeoff. Let's pull out onto the runway.
Boston Tower Beechcraft November 0142 Papa 17 miles southeast inbound ILS runway tree left approach. Beechcraft November 0142 Papa Boston Tower. Altimeter 29er.92 wind calm cleared ILS runway tree left approach.
Okay.
Cleared ILS runway tree
set the
left
flaps.
approach Beechcraft 42 Papa.
See that little thing just came up there? It shows us the position of the flaps. There's a correct position. 1 notch of flaps to take off. Let's see what else we have here. We're about ready to go. Turn the flight director on. Ready to go.
133.0.
Oh,
Good day.
Overspeed.
no.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
I have to set the
Overspeed.
throttle to the correct
Overspeed.
position. That's what the
Overspeed.
problem is. Supposed to be right there, right on where it says CL. CL right there. See
BOS
it?
05 D112
That's the
tree.
proper
Did you
setting.
copy?
Now we're ready to go. Keep the flaps up. Now the plane is in.
BOS 05 D112 tree. Did you hear my
Now we'll
last
turn on the
transmission?
autopilot. Autopilot is on. Plane was climbing. We're all set.
One tree decimal 0 BOS 05 D112 tree.
All right, the plane is in autopilot, and it's following the course the route that I planned and put into the flight management computer, all the way to Bradley International in Hartford. Now there's Boston off the left side of the plane, looking out the pilot's window, downtown Boston. Alright, I'm going to adjust the throttle control to the CL setting, which is the proper setting for the plane to be in while it's in autopilot. The flight management computer will handle the speed of the plane automatically now.
Boston departure BOS 05 D112 tree is at 4,800 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
BOS 05 D112 tree. Boston departure altimeter 29.96. Continue to WHYB as planned.
Okay, we're climbing to 7,000 feet. The little panel on the right there, the one with the arcs, I'm going to set it to 80 nautical miles so you can see our whole course. That's 20 nautical mile range, 40 nautical mile, there's 80 nautical miles. That's our whole course. Back to 40, back to 20. This is the flight management computer, also known as the FMC. Here's a view out the right passenger window, and also we'll take a look out of the left passenger window. This is a copy of the instrument approach procedure we're using. The upper part shows the course, the lower part shows the glide slope that we'll be using, and there on the right you can see on the FMC our approach. Not on the FMC, I'm sorry, on the what's called the multifunction display. That's where we're going. Our next waypoint is the homey waypoint on the procedure. I'm also starting to descend, which because we're getting close to intercepting the ILS approach. Let's take a look at what the plane looks like from the outside. As you can see, it's a Delta Airlines A320 Airbus, beautifully modeled in Flight Simulator. So anything bad about it, it looks too good. Most planes look a little more beat up. let's take a look at the flight management computer. You can see the homing intersection is coming up as we saw on the flight display. This is the ILS frequency, which is 108.55, which we get from the instrument approach procedure. A glance at the multi-function display on the right there, you can see the course. We take a right, and we take a right once we intercept what's called the ILS approach. And as you can see, we're continuing on down. So we're proceeding to the ILS approach, and we're coming down at the same time.
2,500.
The black and white wheel that you see turning, that's the trim, which can be manually adjusted, but it's being handled by the autopilot. The autopilot is trimming the plane automatically. All right, everything's looking good. We're at 2,500 feet. Our auto throttle's on. Let me turn on the landing systems. There it is. Just turned it on the right. A multi-function display. You can see our ILS approach. We're approaching it. And then we'll start on down. Alright, time to press the localizer switch. That turns on the localizer, which enables the autopilot to recognize when it gets to the proper ILS course. Now let's take a look out the left passenger window. Now we'll take a look out the right passenger window. A quick glance at the multifunction display on the right. You can see we're approaching the ILS
Cessna 499er
inbound
contact Bradley
course.
approach on 125.35. Good day.
Well, the plane is automatically starting to turn, which means the localizer just locked on to the inbound course automatically. Now that the localizer locked on and we're on our inbound course, I'm going to press the approach button, which will lock in the glide slope. And the automatic pilot will not only keep us on course, but also take us down. And there's the airport, dead ahead.
Bradley Tower BOS 05D 112 tree, 6 miles southeast, inbound ILS runway, tree approach.
BOS 05D 112 tree Bradley Tower. Altimeter tree 0.001014 at 5. Cleared ILS runway, tree approach. BOS 05D 112 tree 1014 at 5. Cleared to land runway, tree.
Cleared to land runway, tree BOS 05D 112 tree.
1,000.
Overspeed.
500.
Tower 66 Lima contact Bradley departure on 125.35.
Overspeed.
Good day.
I wonder what that, I don't understand what that warning is.
300.
That warning, beep, 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 I don't know what that is.
200.
125.35 for Tower 66 Lima.
60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retire.
Oh no, I forgot to put the landing gear down. I guess that's why they make pilots retire when they're in their 60s. When you get into your 80s, you're kind of forgetful.